How about now? How about you turn the mic on? Man, you guys were missing a hell of a story. It's too late. We can't go back and capture that magic. But I'll leave it to your imagination why I was throwing punches. Leave you with the impression that I'm an extremely tough guy. But you guys can hear me now, right? No, Kelly, I will not tell it again. Just lightning never strikes twice in the same place. But I was saying that we are going to focus on the arms and the shoulders today, and you should be pretty excited about that. Are you excited about that?
Oh, no!
Okay, but you're going to feel good, and you're going to feel like you did some great work. Your shoulders is going to feel like you've got an enormous weight. You've slipped that little chip off your shoulder. That's going to feel good, right?
Woo-hoo!
All right. Let's do this. Good morning, Terry. Snow day is a good day for a yoga workout. I couldn't freaking agree more, man. I just can't agree more. Let's do yoga. Okay, a couple of things. One, I know that probably sounded like super loud. I just realized that playing it through my speakers, that's actually like super loud when I play my intro, so I apologize for that. The second thing is, yeah, I'm wearing a pink tutu. And if you're asking yourself, why am I wearing a pink tutu? I have a better question for you. Why aren't you? Why aren't you? Because we're under quarantine. There's nothing I can do, and I have a 8-year-old that needs to be entertained. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But for those of you, I have something else for you. For those of you that want to squash my dream, okay? So actually, here's why. I got a kitchen towel. I've got a bathroom towel. This is my daughter's. And you can just take it and bunch it up like this. So go get a towel, guys, if you don't have one yet. Go get your 222. 222. Go get your tutu as well. And here's what I want you to do is have a towel that you can do this with, right? Step your feet wide apart, but not too wide that you would have to struggle to maintain anything else going on. Just step your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Everybody got your towel? You got a towel, right? All right, everybody, dare to dream. Lift it above your head, and then slowly see if you can pull it back without the elbows bending until the towel is behind your butt or your thighs. All right? Now lift the towel until it's in front of your chest again. We're going to do that just a couple more times. It's a good idea to have a big towel. I have a really cool athletic towel that I use for many years. It's like 4 feet long. That's sort of the perfect length. But if you don't have one of those, you can always just use a cheap beach towel. Those work really good. Sometimes bath towels are too thick and they're too short. And let's come forward one more time. Now we're going to go side to side, pulling one hand above your head while you pull the other hand down towards the ankle. And come back to center. Now I want you to take this and rotate your arms so that you've got a U in front of you and pull apart and do it again. Rotate your arms until you've bound your hands. So you've created your own little handcuffs here, all right? Now I want you to try to tear your hands apart. Pull your fist towards your chin, punch up towards the ceiling, pull down towards your chest, and punch out in front of you. But while you're doing this, guys, you're trying to pull this towel in half, okay? It's really important. Don't just be limp. It's a shame that in this day and age you can't tell a "that's what she said" joke. Because I didn't tell it. I'm just saying that you can't tell it in this day and age, okay? Elbows bent, fist punch up, but I'm trying to stay really strong and toned through the arms. I'm trying to tear the towel in half as I go up, down, in, and out. Forearms parallel to the floor or perpendicular, then parallel, perpendicular, punch straight up. And relax. Take off those handcuffs. So if you didn't have a chance to participate or see that class, a few days ago I did one on upper body, and this would be a good companion to that. Turn your right foot out and bend your right knee. Now there's a reason why I wanted to show you a kitchen towel too, and this one's awesome. It says, "I like long romantic walks to the fridge," and that's true. So if you've got a smaller towel, or even if you have to use that bigger one, I want your towel in your right hand, okay? And I want you to throw it behind you like Bruce Lee doing nunchucks. Wah! And grab the bottom. And then press your right elbow out so that your right elbow is over your right thigh. Your legs are in a warrior two. And I just want you to try to tear this towel in half too. Notice that I've got the bottom half pretty much hand at elbow, but it could be down here. It doesn't really matter, as long as you're trying to punch up and pull down simultaneously. And release. Turn your right foot in, turn your left foot out, bend your left knee, towels in your left hand. Wah! And grab it with your right hand and try to punch up and pull down. Getting some muscles ready for business. You guys know that Flight of the Conchord song? It's business time. It's business time. Release. You can drop that towel, and we're going to hang forward and bend one knee at a time. I want your arms completely limp here. So you can see my arms, if you look up, are just going all noodly as I just work hips side to side. Now let's take those hands and reach back for the long edge of the mat behind your heels. And turn your palms up so the back of your hands are on the floor. And just bend those knees one at a time again. This time the arms can really hang off the top of the shoulder. And just go side to side. Now place your hands underneath your chest, step your feet back and in so you can lower your knees and be kneeling on the center of your mat, facing the long edge, okay? And then we're just going to sit to the heels and slide the hands back and push down. Slide your hands forward, rotate them around so your thumbs point away from your knees and your fingers point at your feet. And then push down into your palms and try to pull your hips back, your chest back just a little bit. Now we want the hands in front of the knees with fingers pointing at fingers and thumbs pointing in. Lift your butt and pull your chest over your pinkies. You're trying to slide the webbing of your hands back towards your knees. Awesome. And then we're going to turn 90 degrees to the left so that we're facing the long edge of the mat again, or for the first time today. So this one does a little bit more of a close-up so that you can see what I'm doing with my hands. I'm going to take the left hand and flip it around so that fingers point at knee. And then I'm going to step right hand right and right knee right. And then I'm just going to make a circle with the shoulder over the wrist and the hand. And then we're going to switch that. Turn your left hand around, step right hand and knee in, step left knee and hand out, and then rotate right hand clockwise. And then, with the shoulder, make a circle above your wrist. Release. Plant your left hand, the right left knee in, lift the knees, and press your hips up and back into down dog or crouching cat. Crouching cat is down dog with your knees bent. It shortens the hamstring, takes the tension out of the bottom of the pelvis, and lets the back pull the sitting bones up into the air while you press your heart towards your feet. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, slowly press your heels down. Lower the knees to the floor. Pull your hips back, lower your head, and push down hard into your hands like you're making sure 2 pieces of paper under your palms don't get stolen. Come forward to plank. Lift the knees or leave them down. Touch your chest all the way to the floor. Push up, press back, bend the knees, or keep your legs straight if you prefer down dog. Lift your heels up high, inhale. Press your heels down slowly, exhale. Bring the knees to the floor, breathe in. Pull the hips back, push down hard into the hands. Spring forward to plank, knees up or down. Bend your elbows, touch your chest. Push up, press back. We're going to do one more. Lift your heels up, lower your heels down. Bring your knees to the floor, pull your hips back, push your mat into the floor with your hands. Spring to a plank, touch your chest to the floor, push up, and press back. Lift your right leg up, and step between your thumbs. And before you stand up, take that left foot and step to the left edge of your mat without stepping off of it. Turn the heel down so your left foot is flat. Reach both hands up into the air. And we're in crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Rotate the left inner thigh back to bring the left hip forward. And place one hand on the back of your head, one hand on top of that, like you were either being arrested or you were just needlessly sexy. Lunge into your right knee, pull the right hip back, and lift your elbows up. Now come forward with the heart, lower the arms, bind them behind your butt, and bow forward. Lift your fists. Separate your hands, left hand to the floor. Lift the left heel. Reach up with the right hand. Reach down. Step back. Or you can keep that right leg lifted and bend your elbows. Touch your chest to the floor. Push and press. Lift your left leg up and step between your thumbs. Step your right foot to the right without stepping off your mat. Turn your heel down flat and reach up. Hands off the floor. Anjaneyasana. So as best we can, we want the hips facing forward and the left knee over the ankle. Nobody bursts into flames or spontaneously explodes if those things aren't perfect. But we are seeking to be as aware of the body as possible. That means when you place your hands behind your head, did you put your hand on top of the other hand the way you did before? Switch it to the way that feels weird to you. And now lift your heart, look up at the ceiling, and then come forward. Bind your hands behind your butt, squeeze the palms together, bow forward, lift your fists. Separate your hands, right hand to the floor, lift the right heel, reach your left hand to the ceiling. Reach down, either step back or lift your left leg into the air behind you as you bend your elbows and touch chest down to the floor. Push and press. Lift your right leg, step forward, step your left foot left, heel down flat. Inhale, reach up, hands behind your head, lift your elbows. Exhale, come forward, hands bind behind you, bow forward, lift your fists. Inhale, left hand to the floor, left heel lifts, right hand reaches for the ceiling, breathe in. Reach down for the floor, step back, and touch your chest down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, press back. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step forward. Step right foot right, plant the heel. Inhale, reach up. Hands behind your head, lift your elbows. Reach up, breathe in. Bind your hands behind you, bow forward, exhale. Right hand to the floor, right heel lifts, left hand reaches for the ceiling. Exhale, plant your hand, step back, do a push-up, press. Lift your right leg, one more set. You feel that burn? Plant the right heel or left heel, reach up, hands behind your head. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, release, bind your hands behind you. Breathe in. Pull the fist down, or up, lower your heart, lift your fists. Plant your left hand. Reach your right hand for the ceiling, breathe in. Plant your hand, step back, touch your chest here, mat. Push and press, plant the right foot, lift the left leg, last one. Step forward. Inhale, reach up. Hands behind the head, exhale, lift the elbows, look up. Inhale, relax the arms. Exhale, bow, lift the fists. Plant your right hand. Lift your left hand, breathe in. Plant your left hand, step back, and touch chest to the floor. Push and press. Lower your elbows. Come into dolphin pose. Separate your hands. Try to create train tracks with your forearms and use your elbows to try to push your heart back to your big toes. Lower the knees. Slide the hands back, come onto the hands, tabletop. Sit to the heels and bind your hands behind your butt. Separate your knees, forehead to the floor. Lift your fists, but pull your knuckles over your toes. So we're not lifting the fist so much that we put a ton of weight on the head. And release. Step your left foot forward, nice position. Turn to your right, 90 degrees, and rise up. I'm getting some amazing looks from the people outside. And, you know, when your daughter laughs, that's all you want to do is keep on making her laugh. Point your right foot out, lunge into your right knee. Reach your hands away from your heart, flip your palms up. Now imagine that you have little tea lights, you know, those little tiny candles in the little silver cup. There's one on each palm. So you got to rotate your palms up and keep them stable. Lunge into your right knee, close your eyes. Pull your groin back a centimeter, lift your heart a centimeter. Just enough that the posture feels different, feels a little bit more noble. And lower your arms. I want you to take the back of your right hand, place it on your kidney. Your kidney is above your butt cheek and below your shoulder. Left hand is on the right shoulder. Walk it down your arm like a spider. Slide your hand to your hip and then try to press your right elbow back. I'll be honest with you, I didn't anticipate this many people walking by because there's a snowstorm going on. I got a bunch of people potentially walking by going, all right, I'm never going in there when quarantine's over. Release your elbow. Reach your right hand over your leg. Place your right hand on the floor next to the arch of your foot. And I want you to take your left hand, make a fist, and bend your elbow 90 degrees. Okay? So pound the fist to the floor, left fist, and then lift your left fist directly away from the floor, and then turn like you're going to elbow a wall behind you. Turn back to the floor, fist to the floor, lift your elbow, turn your chest. Turn your chest to the floor, punch the ground lightly, pull your fist back, and turn your shoulders. One more time, turn your chest to the floor, punch the floor lightly, pull your fist up, and turn your chest. Reach your arm out straight, rotate your palm, and slide left hand to your right kidney. And now press the hand into the kidney to turn the chest. And release. Rise up. I'm betting you need some release there in that right hip. Right leg straight. Push into the right heel. Place the right hand on your shin or the back of your hand to the inner calf, or place your hand on the floor. Left hand into a half skull hold. That's the hand holding the side of the head, thumb slid over the ear. Keep your elbow from lifting towards the ceiling and try to turn your chest to the ceiling, but always have your left elbow right in your peripheral vision. Release. Rise up. Turn your right foot in and turn your left foot out. Plant your hands on either side of your left foot. Step back and lower down onto your chest. Everybody roll and prop your left elbow up underneath your shoulder. And this has no functional use right now. I just figure this is a good time to take a screenshot, of just me, looking sexy. No, really, there's a reason why we're doing this. But go ahead and take that screenshot. Slide your left hand forward so that you're lying on your left side and your left hand is in front of you, okay? Bend your left elbow so your left hand is in the air, and place your right hand on the back of your left wrist. Now slowly press down. And make sure that that left elbow is right out in front of your chest. It's not down here at your belly, because that's really easy to do because your arm is relatively straight. So when we put the elbow here and we're looking down the length of the arm and pressing down, that's how we're discovering that sensation. What's the best word for that? The most diplomatic word I can find, in your armpit. And then release. Right hand in front of your chest, roll back onto your belly. And I want you forward on your mat. And you weren't lying before, you were flying through the air. Okay. Now I want your feet wide off of the mat, not wider than that. You're to be close to touching your mat. Okay. And your hands right to the sides too, so the camera directly above you would Now simply lift your left hand and reach for the ceiling. Don't lift that left foot as you turn your chest to the ceiling. So the chest turns to the ceiling. Your hips have turned to the wall, but not the ceiling, because you did not take that left foot off of the floor. Breathe here. Roll slowly back onto your belly. Slide your right hand back towards back left. We're going to do what we just did one more time. Roll onto your left side. Bend your left elbow. Place the back of your right hand, or your right palm, excuse me, on the back of your left hand. Make sure that elbow isn't too high. Away from it should be lined up right with your chin as you look at down your arm. And then we're going to encourage with breath and with a firm softness. Wasn't that poetic? A firm softness. Press your hand towards the floor. Release. We're going to roll back onto the belly. Reach the hands forward, feet apart, making that thin X on the floor. And then push into your left foot, lift your left hand, and turn your chest to the ceiling. Reach your left hand open and away from your heart. And then relax. You're trying to find that space. You're trying to put your hand in that space where it's just going to float in the air and your hand isn't going to fall over your head and elbow bend, and your hand isn't going to rotate to the floor and drop to your butt. So you're just trying to find that perfect middle that the Buddha always talked about. The middle path is best. Roll back onto your belly. Slide your hands over your shoulders. Tighten your belly. Push and press. Crouching cat or downward facing dog. Lift your left foot into the air and step between your thumbs. Turn to the right 90 degrees. Rise up. And let's do this on the other side. Turn your... I forget. I'm still wearing a tutu. I'm rocking my tutu today. Reach your hands away from your heart and flip your palms up. Close your eyes and put those imaginary tea lights in your palms. Now imagine those have been burning for a while, and that's a tiny little cup of hot wax. So hold your palms level so you don't spill that wax into your palm. This is literally where we balance and breathe and center. Take the groin back a centimeter and the heart up a centimeter. Close your eyes, open your eyes, lower your arms, and place the back of your left hand on your left kidney. Right hand on your shoulder, slide it down to the elbow, and just hold your elbow. Don't pull it in, just hold your elbow and try to pull your elbow back. Release. Reach the left hand forward. Place the left hand down next to the arch of the foot. Place your right fist on the floor, and your left thumb probably points at your right fist. Now we're going to bend the elbow 90 degrees and lift the fist, and then turn the shoulder and try to touch your right elbow to the wall behind you. Turn your chest back to the floor, lower your fist. Lift your fist, bending the elbow 90, and then try to turn your chest 90. Turn the chest back to the floor, lower your fist, pull the elbow up, rotate the chest. One more time, turn the chest, lower the fist, lift the fist, turn the chest. Extend the right arm out, lift it up and rotate it, and place the back of your right hand on your left kidney, and press the back of your hand against your kidney to draw your right elbow back and turn your chest. And release. Rise up. Reach your hands away from your heart. Breathe in this beautiful moment. Turn your left foot in and bow forward. Walk your hands over to your right foot. Step back. Lie down on your chest. Slide your right hand forward over your head. Roll to your right side. And then place your right elbow right in front of your face. And take a moment to slide your elbow back and sit up nice and sexy with me. I'm just trying to... Yes, yoga. Yoga makes us so sexy. All right, guys. Let's fine. I do this. When I'm practicing alone, I'm literally filming what I would typically do. I would wear a tutu. I would pose seductively for absolutely no one. So place the left palm against the back of your right knee. It's definitely a good idea to question, who's teaching you. Release. Roll onto your belly. Slide your hands forward like Superman flying through the clouds. And remember, don't forget to separate those feet and leave that right foot on the floor. In fact, push down into your right foot till your right knee lifts. And then you can take your right hand off the floor and rotate. Turning chest to the ceiling. The hips might turn to the wall and stack, that's fine. And remember, we're trying to find the sweet spot where your hand can hang and the arm won't rotate internally and drop your hand at your butt, or externally rotate, elbow bend, and the hand land over your head. Find that spot where your hand is going to float. And then with every exhale, just relax a little bit more. When you breathe in, you'll feel that left hand rise a little bit. When you exhale, you're going to feel it come down. All right, let's roll back onto the belly. And one more time, we're going to roll to sexy side. Bend the elbow. Place the palm on the back of the right wrist and push down. Release. Roll back onto the belly. Step the hands wide but not too wide, feet wide but not too wide. Push into right foot. Roll to the left, reach your right hand up and back. Find the sweet spot for your hand and let your body try to go completely limp here. And release. Oh, that feels amazing. Back onto the belly, hands under the shoulders. The groin leaves the floor first. Then we push the chest off the floor. Press back, let those knees bend. Lift your right leg up and step between your thumbs. Turn to the left 90 degrees. Go ahead and grab one of those towels that hopefully is still in front of your mat there and rise up. Thank you, Mufasa. Mufasa's my towel boy. So I want to use this one just because I want you to see something that's kind of important here, is that there's two ways to rotate your wrists around your towel, okay? There's this way in which the towel is under my pinkies, and then you can also roll it, oh my God, there we go. That took me, this is taking me way longer than it should. Okay, good. Now I've rotated the towel so that I have to laterally rotate my upper arms, okay? That's why we want the towel on the top, so that your palms or your thumbs could point up and the towel is above your fists. That way you literally have to rotate your arms laterally, which is the inside of your elbow where blood is drawn out of your arm, turned up, okay? Now try to pull that towel apart, bend the elbows, yeah. Punch the ceiling, elbows down and straight out. Bend the elbows 90, punch up, pull the elbows down, punch forward. Bend it. That's the key to comedy, right? Punch up, never punch down, pull the elbows down, punch forward. Are you still trying to separate your towel and tear it in half? I hope so. Elbows bend, punch up, pull the elbows down, arms out. Nice. Drop the towel. Yeah. Arms reach out and right arm crosses above left. Bend the elbows and place fingertips in opposite palm. And if that's not you, you're still a good person. Remember, right arm crosses and I've got a towel in my right hand. That way when I bend my elbows, I've got a towel dropping from my right hand and I can grab it with my left. So that's your option, okay, if this is not available to you. And then bend your knees, turn your toes out. Lift your elbows away from your chest, pull your groin back. Release. Slide heels out, reach hands out, bind your hands behind you, and squeeze your palms together like you're crushing an egg. Don't lift your fists at all, okay? Hinge forward. Don't lift your arms off your back. Squeeze your palms. Now try to pull your knuckles away from the crown of your head. So you're going to feel the inside of your elbows pushing against your kidneys. Bend your left knee slightly, lift your fists and pull your knuckles to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Come back to center, left leg straight. Pull your knuckles back away from the crown of your head. Get tall and long again, spine parallel to the floor. Bend the right knee a little bit. Lift your fists and pull them to the right. Look over your left shoulder. Release back to center. And back to where we started today. Place your palms on the floor, and instead of sliding your hands back behind your heels, slide your hands forward, but I want you to keep pushing your ass back. So you're in down dog with wide legs. Push down into the floor with your palms and try to press your heart, your sternum, to the long edge of the mat behind your heels. Slide your hands back, toe heel your feet in, and turn your body to the left 90 degrees. Step left foot back, lower the knees to the floor. Now we're going to do a little bit of plank. Planking is fun, especially in a tutu. And the only regret I have, swear to God, the only regret is this doesn't have like bling in it, like little jewels. That would have been pretty sick. I'm gonna have to up my daddy game and find my kid a cuter tutu. We're elbows down in sphinx pose. Take a second to widen your hands and push down into the balls of your feet and lift your pelvis, little bend in the knees, and try to slide the balls of your feet back and try to slide your elbows forward. Now left hand slides under right hand. Lift right hand, slide left hand under, rotate left, reach your right hand up. You're still trying to slide left elbow forward energetically. That means it doesn't go anywhere, you're just engaging muscle. Now we're gonna turn back to the floor and place right hand on left hand, right elbow down, turn the heels to the right, lift the left hand, and just reach up. Release, elbow down, slowly bring hips down, forward so we can lower the chin. Bend the knees, reach back and grab your feet. Don't forget, guys, if you're lying on your belly and you can't grab your feet, you can always use a towel to lasso your legs. I got to take that mic transmitter out. That's why I had to get up. But remember, you can always take a towel, lay it across your back, and bend. Sometimes you might have to lasso, but a good long towel is good. And then pull your heels to your butt with your hamstrings. Walk your hands down to the center of the towel. Either way, once you have your feet or you've lassoed your feet, begin to kick and try to keep your knees on the floor. Release. Stack your hands under your chin, left ear on your hands, and rest. Lift your head. Now I want to give you guys an option if you've got a little bit more mobility in the shoulders. Bend your knees. We're either going to do everything again, which means grab your feet from the outside, or lasso your legs with a towel, or if you've got the range of motion in the shoulders, grab the inside of your feet, but this is super important, guys. Make sure that the inside of your elbow, where blood is drawn out of your arm, faces out. That means that as I reach my right hand to the right, I lift it and externally rotate the arm. That means if I bent my elbows would go towards the ceiling, if anywhere. Now, if you have your hands rotated laterally or arms rotated laterally, you won't be able to kick very much because your body simply won't allow you to put yourself in a position where you would twist the arm in that way, okay? So, having said all that, lasso your feet with a towel, grab the outside of your ankles or grab the inside of your ankles, and just make sure that the inside of your elbows, where blood is drawn out of your arms, are turned out. And then kick. And release. Stack your hands and place your right ear on your hands. Look away. But Darlene, I love you. No, Travis, look away. I can't let you see me like this. Yeah, that's literally what goes on in my head. And that's why I do yoga. Plant your hands, leave your knees on the floor, and as you push your chest off of the floor, try to slide your hands in so that your thumbs would touch. There we go, recruiting all those pec muscles. Step your hands back a little bit. Step your knees underneath your hips. As you inhale, pull your collarbones forward. Don't necessarily worry about lifting your butt. I just want you to try to lengthen your belly, but the groin can go back. And when you exhale, draw your tailbone down, and don't focus so much on chin to chest looking at your belly button. Look down at your thumbs and simply try to push your heart away from the thumbs that you're looking at. As you inhale, relax, pull the collarbones away from the thighs. And as you exhale, draw the tailbone towards the knees, push down, and try to push your heart away from your thumbs. One more time, breathe in. Lift the tailbone, lift the chin. Exhale, look down, draw the tailbone down, push away from the floor, and relax. Step your knees to the center of your mat, pivot to the long right edge, right leg out straight. Now I think we're going to do this slightly differently today. I want you to plant your right foot for a seated twist. And you're going to take the inside of your elbow where blood is drawn out of your arm and place that over the knee. You're going to hook your elbow on the inside, not hooking elbow over, okay? Place your right hand behind you. Lift your heart. Now you can twist, but don't do that yet. If you've still got your TV monitor, camera, phone, whatever, and you can see me, I'm really actively pulling and engaging the right bicep and the right shoulder. I'm trying to press the bottom of my thigh just above the kneecap, right in to my sternum. And then I'm going to twist. Release. Now we've created all this tension underneath the left armpit, right? Slide your right foot out right. Capture your right foot. Lean to your left knee until your right butt cheek comes off the floor. And now push into your left hand. That's going to help you turn your chest away from your foot. Look away, Travis. Look away. But if you're pushing down into the left knee, now you're engaging the opposite muscles in the left arm and shoulder. Release. Switch sides. Left foot out, right foot in. Oh, I'm sorry. Plant the left foot, seated twist first. And instead of focusing on twisting, which we would have wanted to do more if we had done more back bending, but we didn't. So we're going to take elbow, got an anarchy symbol here, and I'm going to grab my knee in that symbol, okay? Left hand behind me. I'm not going to try to turn and look at the wall behind me, which would be Baby Yoda. I'm going to try to lift my heart and squeeze my left knee under my right armpit. I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to turn my head. Release. Now the bicep, that's the most underutilized muscle in yoga. We don't get much opportunity to pull in yoga, so it's usually always pushing, right? So we take every advantage we can. Did I say that right? Take every opportunity. Right hand on right knee. Grab your left foot even if you have to bend your left knee. Lean your heart to your right knee so your left butt cheek's off the floor. Then slide left heel out, but really focus on holding right knee down. Let's make that our focus today. Hold your right knee down. You need to lean towards it so you can push down better, right? Pull left shoulder blade onto the back. Release. Turn to the short edge of your mat, butt at the center. You can either end by sitting in Sukhasana pose, seated meditation, or please feel free to lie back if you would prefer to do that. If you're in Sukhasana, rest your palms on your knees. If you're lying on your back, rotate your palms up. Slide your hands away from your hips enough that your arms will remain palm up when you let your muscles go. I hope you feel stronger in your practice, stronger in your body, and more open, maybe even able to breathe just a little bit deeper. Thank you for taking care of yourselves. Thanks for becoming stronger in a world that continually accelerates towards convenience and comfort. Sometimes we have to do the hard work. And even if we're doing hard work, we can wear a tutu and be silly and have fun. I hope you guys feel great. I hope you have a good day and stay healthy. Namaste.